low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Post Game Sports. Thank you all. You're far too kind. You can find me on YouTube at Post Game 86. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping the post game. So, there's been a lot of talk amongst Notre Dame men's basketball fans about Coach Micah Shrewsberry and if he should remain the head coach at Notre Dame or not. A lot of people have an opinion on that, and a lot of people think that Coach Shrewsberry should be fired and the program should move on from him. Now, we know about the debacle on the West Coast where he went after the referee, and I think that was an egregious call to begin with. It was terrible, a bad look for college basketball for a referee to call something, then withdraw it, then go back to it. I would have been pissed too, but you can't charge at a referee. But understand the anger was understandable, in my opinion. So, I mean, when I was younger, Notre Dame had some really good teams under Coach Mike Bray, and they even had a team where I felt like they could have won the national championship. I forget what year it was, but the Pat Connaughton, Jaron Grant teams, definitely Demetrius Jackson, those teams had a chance to win the national championship. But ever since then, even at the latter end of Mike Bray's coaching career, Notre Dame just hasn't been a viable basketball program. So, I mean, I don't know what fans want. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be fired. He deserves to be fired. But I I mean, what do you guys expect from him? He's it's not like Notre Dame is a North Carolina or Arizona or even a Michigan, the Texas teams like that are normally contending for a national championship. Notre Dame just isn't that program. So they're either going to do one or two things. They're going to fire him or they're going to give him a fourth season and continue to see if they can build. Now let's take a look at the current situation. His first season, he goes 13 and 20, 7 and 13. His second season, he goes 15 and 18, 8 and 12 in the conference. And currently, they're 12 and 15 and 3 and 11 in the ACC conference. I got a question if Notre Dame even belongs in the ACC. It's a prominent conference. I would think they would be better suited in the Big East, a conference like that. I think the ACC is just they're they bring in knives to a gunfight when it comes to the ACC conference. They just don't have the type of program right now to compete with some of the teams in the ACC. And it's not like, I mean, you got to think about it. They've lost their best player, Markusburton, to a broken ankle. And you got to remember, he led the ACC in scoring last season. So that was a devastating blow to the program. They also lost, uh, I believe his name is Kiba. Yeah, big Kiba, 6'10", 240. They lost him. He's probably one of the, if one of the three or 3 to 5 best players on the team. They don't have him anymore. So you lose two of your top five best players. And I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, Cole Serta, Jalen Harrelson, and Brandon Shrewsberry have been bright spots on the team, but that's not enough to get it done in the ACC conference. And I gotta give him some criticism. Shrewsberry has done a bad job. He's done a bad job with what he has, but little Shrewsberry is averaging 12 points per game and 40% from three. Cole Serta, 12 points per game, 37% from three. He's really come on as of late. And Harrelson, who I think is still injured, is at 15 points per game and 50% from the field. And he was a highly touted freshman coming in. And you got to think, you look across the country, a lot of freshmen are leading their teams, and teams are successful being led by a freshman or two. Not in this case. And then look at the class he got coming in. I mean, not as big as this past one, but Jonathan Sanderson, Gan, Dean Salongo, who's a 7-footer. Both of these guys are from LaPorte, Indiana. And then you got his other son coming in, Nick Shrewsberry. So I don't know if that's enough. Maybe if they get Burton back next season, they can have some success. But if you fire him, one thing's for sure, a lot of those guys are going to transfer out of Notre Dame. A lot of them. So I don't know, Notre Dame fans. What do y'all think? Do you think they should fire Micah Shrewsberry? I'm not saying they shouldn't. He definitely deserves to be fired, but I mean, do you think Notre Dame is a top 5 basketball program? I don't know. I just think sometimes you gotta, take your lumps and the ups and downs and stay the course and continue to build upon what you have. Sometimes that's the best case scenario, but I know how impatient fans can be. But I'm not so sure that the administration is going to fire Coach Shrewsberry. Is he deserving to be fired? Absolutely. Do I think the administration might give him another year? I'm leaning that way because after the debacle in California or on the West Coast, if they didn't fire him then, I just don't know, man. He's dealt with a lot of injuries. Still not an excuse, but we'll see what happens. Let me know what you think is going to happen with the men's basketball program and their head coach in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.
Low post, mid post, high post, post game sports.